So 2 weeks ago I included a small segment for Genshin Impact in our Weekly Byte of MMORPG news. I mentioned that it could be an MMO because at the time of writing, MiHoYo had yet to officially reveal any information on it. Literally a day or two later, not only did they release a full gameplay trailer, but they also released a ton of information on it as well. So that's what I'm here to talk about today. Genshin Impact, the fact that I'm actually pretty excited for it, and whether or not it's an MMO. Genshin Impact is an open-world action RPG coming to both PC and mobile devices in spring 2020. MiHoYo, the team behind Genshin Impact, revealed that it will feature full cross-play functionality between the two platforms. The story revolves around your character, or party of characters, and their goal of fighting to keep balance in the world of Teviot, a world ruled by elemental gods called the Seven, and stopping the corruption plaguing it. Along with the upcoming release of the game, MiHoYo also has an ongoing comic series for the game under the same name. If you're interested in knowing more about the story, the characters, or where the game might end up going, with it being a potential adaptation of the comic itself, then you can go ahead and read it. I've taken a little time to, and so far, it's actually pretty good. A beta test is scheduled for the end of this month, so if you're interested in what you see in here, go ahead and follow the link on our website, MMOByte.tv, which you can find in the description and the pinned comment below, and sign up for the beta. The trailer that MiHoYo released showcases several distinct playable characters, along with some beautiful, if a little Breath of the Wildish themed environments. Honestly, I am a huge fan of Breath of the Wild. I know some people had issues with things like gear breaking all the time or needing to farm excessively, instances being too easy and the dungeons being too few, but I enjoyed everything about that game. This is coming from a person whose favorite games in the genre were Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Wind Waker. So I'm personally more than happy if they've taken inspiration from Zelda's latest game, all the more for me to enjoy. Once the beta officially rolls out at the end of this month, we will have a much clearer image of whether the game merely takes inspiration from Breath of the Wild or if it follows it blindly. I know that this is what most of you are waiting for, and the answer is a simple no. It is not, unfortunately, but do not feel dismayed just yet. MiHoYo is most notably known for their mobile game, Honkai Impact 3rd, which, if I'm being completely honest here, is probably one of the most fun, high-quality titles I've seen on mobile devices. And I've played through a solid 20, 30 by now for my mobile channel. However, Honkai Impact 3rd does feature multiplayer features, so while Genshin Impact may not be an MMO per se, it very well may include extensive multiplayer functionality. One thing worth noting is that single-player games don't actually require beta test periods. Games with online functionality in some capacity, however, do. So this leads me to further believe that some form of multiplayer is going to be included in the game, as I doubt they'd plan an entire beta for testing their cash shop. Genshin Impact is said to provide players with a huge explorable fantasy world, an epic story, and fast-paced action condensed into a, currently at least, single-player experience. I mostly stick to MMOs these days because I can play them with my wife, so single-player games are generally out of the picture for me, but this seems like too good of an opportunity to pass up. When Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 was announced, I instantly knew I was playing that at launch. I feel somewhat similarly for Genshin Impact as well, lest the closed beta proved to be otherwise less than stellar. Although one thing I would like to note about Genshin Impact is that I'm still uncertain of the kind of game it'll be, and if the game design will be taken directly from the Honkai Impact games which are filled with gacha content and plagued with microtransactions. As an example, when filling out the survey to actually participate in the upcoming closed beta, one of the questions asked was, how do you feel about microtransactions? Another was, how do you feel about purchasing items in-game? This is something very, very concerning to me because I'm heavily against games with a large emphasis on cash shops and microtransactions, so this, coupled with the potentially randomized rewards, has me a little disconcerted. Now, that doesn't mean I'm any less excited for the game, because if handled correctly, the cash shop might be nothing short of a huge cosmetic dump in terms of things you can buy. But on the other hand, it could also offer the kinds of items prevalent in pretty much every mobile game ever. I don't really need to tell you what they are and what effects they generally have on the games. A lot of information regarding the game is left purely up to the imagination right now, with a lot to be revealed at a later date, but you can't argue that the game looks anything other than gorgeous and potentially a lot of fun. First impressions are everything, and so far, I am relatively impressed. Just cautious, which I urge you all to be as well. A business model for the game has yet to be revealed, but since it's planned to release on both PC and mobile devices, it's likely that the game will be completely free to play on both. Naturally, if I get into the closed beta, I will have a video up of my impressions of the game, but until I get in, all I can tell you is that it's okay to be excited. Just don't be too optimistic until we get more sound information. Either way, I will make sure to keep you all updated going forward with the game, especially if it adds any multiplayer functionality in any capacity in the future. Anyway guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you all next time. Peace!